Hey folks, Rob here carrying on with our Slaughter at Ponyri Solitaire. This is again a solitaire mission based on the 12th scenario of the SASL Slaughter at Ponyri. The Onslaught resumes. So we're going to be doing the Russian turn 3, and we have to do reinforcements now for the Russians. So per my rules, we have to roll randomly to see which one of these Russian reinforcements show up. We have red, blue, olive green, or yellow. So let's do a quick roll. And we're going to have olive green coming in. So we have 2 die roll plus 6. And then we got to roll to see which side that they come on. So let's see what that is. So 2 of these plus 1 of these. So we have a total of 19 olive green suspects coming on. And let's roll randomly. So we have to come on from the south, from the east south of 59, or from the south or the east. That's our 3 choices. So let's go in that order: 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So it's going to be from the south, and alternatively, we can also enter on the map board within 8 or 16 if your vehicle hexes from an enemy location. Now in this particular case, I don't think I'm going to bother rolling because we have enemy units right here, and so I'm just going to enter in just in this area right here. So it's basically the same thing. Alright, so we have 19 olive green suspects we got to put down. One more. There we go. Alright, so they're going to be setting up off board. Now when I do these, normally you're supposed to randomize locations, but I always found that the weakness of solitaire is that they come in piecemeal, and they're very easy to pick apart when they do. So what I'm going to do is I put them in stacks of 2 grouped up together so that they always come in like in a wave, like you normally would with your reinforcements anyways. Yeah, they're going to be in stacks of 2 off board, and that's how they're going to enter the board one at a time, but close together, so that they'll be able to work together, activate together, and therefore support each other as they enter the map board. Now, I actually am thinking, so what's 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because it's 8 infantry, 16 vehicles, I've just averaged it out to be 10 hexes away for the suspects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could actually end up anywhere on this row D here, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I will put them there. Range 10, yeah, so anywhere on row EE, I could set up the reinforcements. That might be more attractive than entering in on this location here, just because they're going to walk right into a couple of 150s, just parking their ass right here in the very close. Ten. Yeah, alright, so what I can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, so this hex row here to EE and then up. That's what I'll do. Alright, so I'm going to do that. We are going to start down here. I'm going to put them in groups of 2 all the way up. Now, as I said, they are going to be moving individually. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to avoid suspects already in place, because per solitaire rules, They can only be, they'll never exceed 2 in a hex location because they all count as one squad. Now, when you activate, there's always a chance that you may activate 2 squads. So if you were to activate 2 suspects, theoretically you could activate 4 squads, which would overstack, and of course the system's not going to allow you to do that. So therefore, they're never going to exceed 2 suspects in any location. Just a game mechanic. So we're going to avoid putting them in a location where they do that. Alright, so reinforcements are in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're good. And now I can do wind change die roll. A 5, that's going to be another RE. Yep, they get an RE. 63. .63 is an artillery strike, so they're going to get a chance with the prep fire artillery strike, and they're going to get one here. So, which one is it? Is one of these? Is a 2? So it's going to be the 120 millimeter OBA. And that is a extent of error is halved on a fraction on a die roll less than or equal to 4. Alright, so they get an FFE placed per 871, the normal artillery strike rules, and the extent of error is halved on a die roll less than or equal to 4. So what we're going to do is find a suspect closest to the enemy board edge. Now I could drop one on the vehicles, but I don't like that idea. It's too far away from one of the objectives. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to drop it on these guys here. So we're going to clone this. We'll drop it over here somewhere. And this was 120 millimeter. All right, and that'll be an FFE1. All right, so what we're going to do is place it on a location. We don't have to worry about it deviating too far. With 1 to 4 chance of it being accurate is not too bad. Well, it's going to automatically be corrected. It's just going to be halved because of the accuracy requirement. So let's drop it on that 8-1 here. Now roll this, and it is a 3. So it's going to be accurate, or sorry, it's going to only be accurate. Alright, so we rolled a 3, and that means the accuracy is going to be halved. So, or extent of error should be halved, excuse me. So in this case, it's going to go for 4 for 3. 1, 2. So it's going to end up just off board. Alright, so there we have the 120. Let's do the rallies. And carry on with the rest of the rally phase. We'll do the FFE when it comes down. Alright, I need to do 4 self-rallies for the Russians. Here's 2, but they're too low. I'm not going to worry about that. This is interesting. Let's try the leader. Alright, the leader's back, so we're not going to worry about this guy. There's one. This guy has to try. Nope. That's 2. These guys just got in their trenches last time, so they would have been DM'd. I remember I took them off prematurely, so these DMs are just going to be coming off now. That's why they're like that. And those guys are going to have to wait. So I have 2 more to do. This guy will be 3. And then I have 1 more to do. So let's do this guy here for 4. Oh yeah, nice. Alright, so we're good. This will come off. And we'll do the rest of the rallies for the Russians now. We got a crew here. Okay, well that crew's dead. This guy needs a 5. Another crew. You'll keep it because the German. You'll have to keep yours. You tried, failed. That should have been over there. This guy here. That'll come off. And this guy here. Alrighty then. Looks like that's it for the Russians. Let's do the Germans now. Alright, so I need 2 9s. 1, 2. DM guy and the DM guy. Oh, come on. Yeah, I definitely have to set up rally points in the future. Keep my lower level leaders back and help to rally the guys, because I'm leaving myself under not enough leaders in the back to do their job. Alright, so those guys need a 9, 6, and a 9. Oh wait, you're not. You're not back yet. Need a battle for that guy. 7 broken is a modified 8, so you're back and you're battle hardened. And then these guys finally broke on the first turn are finally back in action. Now that 7-0 can go over here and bring these guys back who also broke on the first turn. Alright, so that's it for the rallies. And broken weapons. So let's do the prep. And we'll start with our artillery strike. First of all, we see if we get another one, 61. 61 is that, so it's not artillery strike. So they only get the 120. And as I said, we're going to place it over here on the 8-1. Alright, so I need a 1 to 4 to see how accurate it is. It is accurate, relatively, so it's only going to have the extent of error, which is 3 for rounded up. So 3 for 3. 1, 2, 3. It's alright. So we're going to land... now it can't shell hole grade, so it's going to rubble the S70. Attempted to. No. And Q71 is a 4, so it looks like we're going to kill our own guys there, or the Russians, I should say the Germans. That's on the 24, which is a 1 KIA, so we have a chance of rubbling the building, which we don't. 1 KIA up 2 is a 6, so that gets us a 4 check. 4 check on the Germans there. So the 9-1 is pinned, holy shit, and a broken 548. So I'm going to have to break my leader and get out of that FFE. And the OBA lands on the vehicle. We're going to get a +1. No, I think I may have killed that Stu 42. Or, yeah, I think I may have killed it. So what we do, we look at this here. So it's we get no modifiers because we have 1-8. Everything, the other armor factors of 4, so we have no modifiers. We just rolled a KIA. A final KIA destroys the AFE but allows normal survival possibilities. So we just blew up a frickin' Stu 42. Crew survival is a 4. No crew survival, so this is dead. Wow. And do we destroy the wire? Yes, we do. Very effective FFE, I would say. And now we get to do it all again next turn. So, alrighty. And then we do other prep fires that we have. Let's start down here, and I'll start with this guy here. What are we going to do? That is a fire command. You do have a target, too far, long range. You don't have a move command yet. You're still in hold attitude. I have a rule that turn 6 you guys go on the offensive. And right now we still have a German bombardment or FFE going off around the schoolyard. So I don't think I'm going to move you yet. And I'm not going to bother firing. It's going to be on the 4 table with a +3 into here. Well, I mean, it's +3. Let's do that. Yeah, so no effect. Sniper. You guys in the FFE are just going to hunker down. You guys here in the FFE are going to hunker down. That is a fire command. And I do have units here. Now we do have rubble up in the first level, so I think I can definitely see the 9-1 here. So I may as well fire at that. That's going to be 5, 6 firepower plus 2. 6 up 2. No effect. And you here are fire command. That's going to be a 4 up 2 again. Alright, well, yeah. Sure. Our guys that came back here, fire command, no target. You. Well, yeah, I do have a target. It's going to be a 4. It would be a 4 up 1. Let's do that. So that's going to be a 5 on the 4 is a 1 check. And you break. Which then takes away this guy's target. So I guess I may as well fire on that again. Oh, this guy should have activated. Yeah, these guys would have activated, so let me do that. That's an activation. 8 is a squad. Squad's going to be a 628 engineer. This guy is a squad as well, and that is a 447. Just to confirm, we have a 6 and an 8. 6 and an 8. Fortified. Alright, so the 628 might be fortified. And it is a 2 down 1. Actually, it might be an obstacle. Obstacle or entrenchment. And we have an obstacle which is consisting of a 6, which is a roadblock. Now that is not going to happen because we're too we don't have any roads around us. I could put one back here, but that's not going to fly. So yeah, we're not going to use any obstacle. Alright, let me get these out of the way. And we'll do a action die roll for you. That's a fire command, but again, you're not going to shoot. This guy here, we said was going to do a 4 up 1. 6 on the 4 is an NMC. Heat of battle, that's why you don't shoot at broken guys. And I rally. +1 is battle hardened. And I created a hero. This is why it's usually not a good idea to shoot at broken guys. Because of this very fact. You heat a battle. And you may even go berserk, and that's usually not a good idea. Alright, well, And a sniper. German sniper to boot. Alright, so we prepped him. Let's do this guy now. Again, a fire command. Let's do a 4 up 1. 5 on the 4 is a 1 check, so the hero. And the 468. Another heat of battle. He's elite now. So thankfully he went berserk. He's now fanatic. How funny is that? In span of what, 1, 2, 3 shots, he went broke, rallied, became heat of battle, now he's fanatic and generated a hero. Okay, well, next up we have our pack front. So I'm just going to roll for the 228, and barring panic, they would not be able to fire, but they're going to... Actually, I don't think I can do that. I'm going to have to change that. Yeah, so I'm going to add a note here. So failure of the action die roll will prevent the fire direction crew from controlling pack front, and all guns must roll for and act as separate guns and act separately. Act separately. For that turn. For that player turn. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, so we do have a pack front here. We do have some acquisition. I do have a Puma that just showed up, and I got a couple of vehicles as well, so let's use our acquisition here on those guys. We did roll for the front, so that we do have fire direction, which means we can get the benefits of the pack front. And I'll roll for the first guy on this hex here, so let's fire HE. Or do I want to target the vehicle? Right now you don't have a target, so I'm going to fire this guy first with the infantry. Right, so that's going to hit. Now we are 1, 2, 3, we are 8 hexes away, so it's going to be a base 6, I think, for the Russians. Wood building brings it down to a 4. Acquisition brings it up to a 5, so it's just going to be a hit. He does have rate. And yeah, so he has a rate and he hits, but not a critical. So on the 12 we have that, so that guy's dead. 3 on the 12 is a K3. Bye bye sapper. Acquired twice. Alright, so now he's going to swing fire onto the vehicle, which is in bypass, and he's going to fire AP. He's not going to use APCR, that's kind of redundant. He doesn't need it, it's only a Puma. But it is a motion. So let's fire AP. We're going to need a base 8. He's acquired on the hex, so I think I get a use at -2, which cancels out the motion. So we're going to need a base 8. A base 8 to hit it. Small vehicle brings it down to a 7. Alright, so I do hit it, last shot. And this will kill it. And that's be a flaming wreck, I assume. 76 longs to 13. 1, yeah, it's a wreck. Alright, this pack front here is going to fire at this one over here. That's to hit. It's got a rate of fire. Again, it's just got to roll this to kill. And another flaming wreck. And then it'll swing its fire onto what? I guess the 447. We'll fire on this. So that's going to be a base 6 to hit. And I miss. Alright, so that guy's done. And then this guy is going to fire at this guy. So small target. He needs a 7 to hit. That's going to miss. Now I think I'm going to intensive fire because this guy's already ranged in with his mortar. I would need a base 6. Sorry, base 8. Small target is a 7. Acquired now brings it back up to an 8. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I needed a 7. That's right. So now I need a base 8 to hit. However, intensive brings it down to a 6. So let's do that. A 6 to hit. No hit. Acquired twice. And intensive fired. Excuse me. Alright, so what else can we blast the Germans with? This guy here panics. This guy. That's a move command. But I don't think you're going to move. You're going to fire this guy here. 4 up 1. No effect. You here. Fire command. Let's do it on you. 4 up 1. So 2 up 1 is a 1 check on that guy there. Leader, broken, and squad. Sniper, Russian, we have a 4. Alright, so then moving down or up, we have a 458. And you're gonna fire here as well. 4 on, or 5 on the 4 is a 1. Leader is wounded. And the squad is fine. The hero is going to be fine, and you fire a 2 up 1, 2 up 2. 7 on the 2 is a miss. You will fire 4 up 1 onto here. That's a panic, or a cower, I should say. And then we do this guy here. Let's try the A1. So 4 up 2. Four, 4, 7. It's going to fire on the 5, 4, 8. Oh joy. And then the 84, 45. We'll fire at the same target. So it's going to be 7 or less to hit. No rate. Really? And this guy here. Alright, you're going to fire on this for 8 up 2. That's a panic. It's going to be up 1 for the flamethrower guys, so it's going to be 9 on the 6, which is going to miss, and a 10 on the 6 for the rest of them. So you missed. And then this guy will fire onto you. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 for the wall. So 5 or less to hit. No rate. You guys here? Now that's a move command. Would they move? Would I move them? I'm tempted to send them this way to take these buildings because there's a lot of broken units here that are not back yet. However, they'd have to travel over this open area, and I do have this right now facing down. Normally this guy's going to be firing at this line, especially this 458 here and whatever's in depth, but if I move a squad or two this way, I'm probably going to fire at them, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And these are victory hexes I do have to control. So I think I'm going to be firing at these guys here. Alternatively, I could move and come into these. So if I pass the back of one of these, yeah, see, I'm gonna die if I move. I'm gonna get shot with a 20 firepower, or 16 firepower doubled will be 30, 32. And moving. This will be a 32 flat shot right here if I move into that X. Let's come back to those guys right now. We'll put a move on them for now. And this guy here. Alright, you're going to fire an 8 up 1 into that. No effect. And the 447. You're going to fire here into this. You can't see them because they're under the trench. Shit. So what you're going to do is you're going to move. The gun can't fire either, although I am tempted to fire into the combat. 1-to-1 odds just doesn't seem great. You know, I don't think I'm going to move. I think I'm just going to wait because they have to come into the hex. And why give them a target? If I stay here, I can blast them. And then I can occupy them when they're broken. And for the same reason, I think I can do that here as well. So I don't think I'm going to move. What I am going to do is I'm going to move this guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the 9-1 and the 4-4-7. We're going to park ourselves here in anticipation of shooting these guys when they move. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And maybe I'll even move them into the fortified building. That would be 3-6 advance. Yeah, that's what it will do. I can sit inside the building with a 4-4-7 and a 9-1. Alright, what do we got going on here? That should have been a combat. I don't think I fought that one. So let me do that quickly. Ambush for the German and the Russian. No ambush. 1-2 is a 4. And 2-1 is a 7. So that, really? Alright. Yeah, you. What are you doing? You have a fire command as well, so you're gonna fire 4 up 1 into that. 8 on the 4 is a miss. What I need to do is hit as a Russian is what I need to do. Alright, mark him there. You. You're going to fire 12 up 2 into the trench. Yeah, 12 up 2. 10 on the 12 is a pinning is the best I can get, really. So the hero is fine. I don't think hero's pin, right? I don't think hero's pin. Yeah, heroes don't pin. So the 5-4-8. And he's fine. The mortar tube is also a fire command. So 4 up 3. And then this guy here. That's a panic. For first line. Is that a first line? It's a conscript. Yeah, you're panicked. Alright, so the artillery piece, point blank, we're going to fire a 8 or less to hit. And seriously? Less intensive, so I need a 6 or less to hit. I hit. And on the 12... we have a 10, another pinning. So the squad is pinned. Which means I can jump on it in hand-to-hand. And this guy here is going to do the same thing. Barring panic. Alright, so again, we're going to need an 8 or less. And that's a miss. Intensive. Another hit. And on the 12, we have a 6, which is a 2 check. So the hero is fine and the squad is not fine. That's not working too bad actually. Point blank fire from artillery piece, that'll work. Alright, this 4-5-8 here, that's a move, which works out just what I was going to do anyways, this guy. no target, so you're going to move. I'm overriding the fire command. And this guy here is going to fire Barn Panic at this guy in the woods. So it's going to be an 8 up 2. That's a 1 check. And the 447 and the 467 pinned. 1 check. Sorry, this guy's broke. And the 447's pinned. And our friends here can't do shit except for this guy. Alright, so it's going to be a 4 down 1. This is 467. Although I could take this guy here in the building, and that would allow me to retreat in good order. Although I could always come this way too. So yeah, let's do the guy here in the building. That would make it a 4 up 1 shot. 7 is no 8 is no effect. Alright, so you're done there. And then these guys here. We have fire commands, but we have nothing we can shoot at except for this guy. That would be an 8 up 4, which I'm not liking. I do have vehicles. I got a DC, so you're going to move. And the 458 I think is going to move as well. We're going to try and blow up vehicles. I know it's suicidal, but I really don't have much choice. I can't just sit there and let him shoot me up. Alright. Let's go to the movement phase. And we'll start up in the north. You're going to assault move here. This guy is going to attempt to blast you. Point blank with his gun. And he's going to hit. That would be +1 for the wall. Buttoned up is +2. 1x range is a -2 cancel. So yeah, that's going to hit you. On the 12 table, we have a 7, which is a 1 check. And you fail. Alright, well, that was short-lived. This guy here is going to assault move here. This guy is going to try the same thing. And he's going to fire his cannon at you. And his 10-2 will save his ass. And he'll hit you. On the 12, we have an 11. That is unfortunately a miss. Unfortunately, that's a miss. So I must now attempt to have this guy roll command. And then I can fire this 467, 8 up 1 on the 458. 9 on the 8 is a pinning task check. Pinned, which means I can't jump on that guy, which I'll take it. Could have been a lot worse. Alright, so other moves. This guy here, we're going to assault move here. I'm going to final this guy. It's going to be a 4 flat. 4 on the 4 is a 1. 4 on the 2 is a 1 check. You're fine. And then this guy here is going to assault move onto this. I'll start with... I'm going to hold fire and wait till the defensive fire phase. That's probably smarter. Oh, and I could have fired you too. Oh well. Moves here. So we said we're going to move this guy here. We're going to go 1.5 for 3. This guy here needs a command die roll. Oof. And then I'm going to shoot a 4 down 1. 8 on the 4's miss. I could fire a 2 down 1. No, I can't. This guy is closer now, so I can't do that. So that's 3. This would be 4.5, and then 6 right here. So this guy's going to fire a 6 down 1. That is a 3 on the 4, which is a 2 check, I believe. 2 check, yeah. So the 9-1. And the squad. Squad is going to be broken. So much for that plan. Which I kind of knew anyways, but I had to get into that building. And you, I think, are just going to assault move into this. Alright, let's do the reinforcements. So, they're just going to be moving basically 6 hexes towards enemy locations. So, we'll start with this guy. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy will join him. Nothing's going to activate him. This guy will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 actually. What I should be doing actually is rolling randomly to see which way they go, up or down. So let's do that. So that would be up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to stop there. This guy here. Gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's limited. He has to come this way because again we cannot overlap. That's 5. I don't think anything's gonna activate him, and he'll come here for 6. Actually, that's 100 millimeter, not 120. The Russians get 100 millimeter. What did they get? .120 and 100 millimeter. Okay. All right. Anyways, so this guy here is going 4, so that'll be south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That worked out nicely. And again, we don't have any activation. Do we? Yes, we do. We have activation. Alright, so yellow, or I should say olive green, per the chart, is going to be one of these. So let's roll, and we have a 8 squad leader support weapon. Squad leader and support weapon. 7, 9, and a 3. So we have a 447. A 9 is going to be a 80, and support weapon will be an MMG. Alright, so they're there. You are going up here for 1. And I don't think I'm going to be activating you yet. When you come down here, though, I think you will be. No, you're good. You move into that hex, you'll be seen. Yeah, just that hex there. Okay. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. Activation. We have a 6. That's a dummy. Yeah, I never rolled for the other one. Activation. And the next one. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be seen. We have a 3, which gets us a 6. 6 on the olive green is a squad and a support weapon. Squad and a support weapon. 6 to 8. And that's going to be a heavy. 6 to 8 with a heavy. 2 is assault engineer sapper. So I roll on their special support weapon table, which is this, and that's going to be an LMG. So it's a 6 to 8 with an LMG. And you'll have to stop moving there. This guy here. We'll go 2, 4, 5 and stop there. We go 2, 4, 5, 6. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and have to stop there. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that'll be seen. That'll be seen. One, 2, 3. Yeah, alright, so those will be seen there. So actually all these ones here will be activated as well. Alright, let me move them all, then I'll activate them. It's not going to matter a hill of beans too much. Well, I guess it will, because it determines where they activated. So, first guy up is a 4 minus 1 for this guy being here is going to be nothing. This guy up here will be nothing. Next. Okay, random.org for all your dicing needs. Okay, well that was a waste. And again, this is the weakness of the system. Why I bring them in stacks, because it's quite easy to have your offense suddenly disintegrate when something like this happens. So this guy here, just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, become visible, and disappear. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to stop here. So that was, yeah. I don't like that because right now we have 6 dummy, 2 active. I have a feeling that a lot of these guys are not going to really benefit because, unfortunately, for one, the AC is only 2. And because of these parameters, there's only the -1 for friendly enemy within 2. And they're not adjacent to a friendly controlled VPO location. So basically, they're only going to benefit from a -1, which means a 3 or less, 50% chance. And that's not a lot of activation. They were supposed to be representing 2 rifle companies, which could be anywhere up to 24 squads. So the fact that I've already got 6 dummies, 2 active, and we only generated 19 suspect counters doesn't leave a lot of 2 rifle companies worth of support, which means that the Russian offense is going to be weakened considerably. I don't like that. So what we're going to have to do I don't want to make the AC too high because then it becomes too difficult. But I may have to add an AC modifier to the to this table right here. All right, let's go to defensive fire phase. We'll start up here. And do we have any guns we want to shoot up here? I don't want to activate these guys just yet. I do have this guy here. Let's start with him. And we're going to blast that hex. That breaks the gun. This guy here. Fire at that hex. Critical. On the IFT, it's going to be a 24 down 2. Is a 5 on the 24. Which is a K4. So you're dead. What else can we shoot? You're in command because of him, so this will be an 8 up 2. 1 check on the 8-1. Wait, we have a 9-2 here. pinned. The A1 is pinned. The 237 is broken. And then the broke, so this guy here, the 8, is fine, and the 2 conscript, wow, 1 check, right? So this guy's gone, and this guy's gone too. And both leaders are pinned. Alright, this guy must roll for command. And he fails. That means this guy here failed too. Wait, Stug is an 8-1. He's got acquisition. No, wait. 1 greater is a 9. Acquisition would be a 10. So yeah, he failed. So he panics and he loses his acquisition. That A1. Oh wait. This A1 here has to roll command, which means this guy doesn't panic. So that's going to be an 8 up 2 as well. And an MC. So the 9-2. Fine. The A1 breaks. And then the 8. Fine. And this guy is fine as well. Alright, so that's that. Now the pinned unit here will fire 4 up 2. No effect. Alright, you are going to fire 8 with the ATR into the gun. No effect. This hero is going to fire 2 firepower up 2 into that gun there. 6 on the 2 is, I think, a pinning. Yeah. And he's fine. Mr. 9-2 here. Actually, we'll do this guy first. Alright, he's in command, and he's going to fire his firebase onto this gun here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squaddies will be halved, so it's going to be on the 16 table flat. 7 on the 16 should be a 2 check, yeah. 2 check on the crew. And they are pinned. No rate, and then this guy here. He is fine, and we're going to do the same 16 on this guy here. 4 on the 16's got to be a K something. It's K3. This guy's gone. And let's swing fire left onto this guy with the heavy. It's going to be a 6 flat. No effect. Not going to fire the mortars. This guy needs to make command with the 8-1. Fails, so the 4-6-8 is in command. Let's fire with the hero. It would be on the 8 table. Actually, with the ATR and the hero would be on the 12 table. Up 3. I'll fire into combat. So it's going to be a 10 as a pinning task check, the 247, and the 458. So they're both fine, and sniper. No sniper. All righty then. So you're going to final fire, not there. I'm not going to fire you. You guys can final fire on this. That's going to be a 4 up 2. 7's a pinning of the 447 that just arrived. And the other guy. They're both fine. Sniper. We got a German sniper that is 5 for 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So looks like Mr. 10-2, you are up to bat. Alright, so we have leader, squad, squad, squad. So the 237 is broken. I wonder, do we do a sniper check? We haven't done anything this round. We could do a sniper check. Alright, so we're going to reduce the sniper by 1. Good to go. They're TI, that's fine. And carrying on with the Shoesting from the Germans. That is you guys. Now you here. This is the bug I'm talking about, by the way, if you guys have never seen it. This graphical glitch sometimes happens with the... I'm not sure why it happens, but it does. Lately. I don't know why it's happening with Java, but it does. Alright, the 9-1 action die roll using command, and we're going to have a flamethrower flame this building here for 12 up 1. Alright, so you are out of juice. Probably never should have used it, but 10 on the 12 is a PTC, and you're pinned. Now I'll fire the squaddies, and it's going to be on the 16 up 2. 8 on the 16 is going to be a 1 check. 447 is Elard. Alright, so you guys have to go to high ground and fire on this thing, but I think I'm not going to do that because you're going to get shot up by the high rate of fire from the ATs, so I think you guys are going to move instead. This guy doesn't have a shot, really. This guy here is in command because of that leader, so let's do a 4 up 2 there. 5 on the 4 is a 1 check, so the 447 unbroken is fine, and the broken guy is fine. German sniper. We have a 1 this time. 5 for 4 again is going to come to the same spot. And we'll roll again. So we have leader, squad, broken, and squad. So this time this guy's broken. Let's mark him with a TI. You guys need a command die roll from the 1. Failed, 7-0. And that means you have to roll your own. So let's do a 12 up 2. 5 on the 12 is a 2 check on the crew. Fine, and the squad is half squad. And the 447 panicked, but I don't think I was going to fire it anyways. This guy here is going to fire with these guys on the 12 flats. 9 on the 12 is an NMC, and they're fine. Sniper. Alright, you are going to fire here 4 up 2. No effect. This guy. Let's fire here 4 up 2. You. Failed, panicked. You. Panic. Alright, Mr. 9-2, you got some business to do. Let's start with this guy here. You're going to fire on that AT that's pestering me right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So range is going to be halved for all the machine guns. So it's going to be 8 halved is on the 4, up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could fire on these guys as well. That would give me 11 halved would be 5 on the 8 table. 8 table flat or 4 table up 1 onto here. I think I'm going to do the 4 up 1. 8 on the 4 is nothing. Alright, this 9-2 is going to fire on one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I have to fire on the pack front. It's just decimating my units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Half distance on the medium, or half rate on the medium. So it's going to be on the 8 table. I'm going to have to pay for smoke because one of these is going to be affecting me. But I don't think I have a choice. So the 9-2 command die roll. Alright, and let's see how much smoke we're going to get affected by. I'm going to fire on these guys here. As a matter of fact, I wonder if I could spray fire the 2 machine guns this far out. Or no, you can only spray fire normal range, so I could only do with the heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which would be on the 2 table, flat on both locations. So I'm just going to fire normally on this guy here. So that is a 14 hex range. I'm only going to clip the 1 smoke, so it's going to be a +2, +4 for being in place, with a -2 for my leadership. So it's going to be a net +2 on the 8 table. +2 on the 8. 7 is a 1 check. And he's fine. So Russian sniper and German sniper. Now I do have rate, so I'm going to go again. No effect. I wonder if I should sustain fire. That will put it on the 4 table with a +2. But a chance of breaking my guns. I don't like that pack front. It's just killing me. Let's sustain fire. So that's going to be an 8 on the 4, no effect. And then we'll come to this guy here. Alright, he's in command. And we're going to drop a mortar shell onto that gun. Acquired, so it's going to be an 8 or less to hit. That is a hit. Rate of fire. And on the 4 table, wait, is that a mortar? No, it's not a mortar, that's just a HE gun. So that is a critical. I thought that was a mortar, but it's not. It is a normal gun. So that's a critical hit. Now that's a -2 for being in place, so it's going to be on the 24 table down 2. And the second shot will miss. +2 in placed, -2 would cancel that out. That would miss. Alright, moving on, we got this guy here. This A1 command, a die roll using command. And then we're going to have a 4 up 2. No effect. These guys here in the trenches, 1, 2, both panic. This dude here is in command because 7-0, so let's do a 4 up 1. No effect. And then the 4-4-7 needs a command die roll. So 4 up 1. 4 on the 4 is a 1 check. Broken. And the squad is flying sniper. No sniper. Let's fire that guy with a command die roll. And do we hit? 7. +1 for the FFE, 2 for the trench. Would be a net +1. Sorry, +2. Acquired would bring it down to a... Sorry, FFE is 1, trench is +3. Acquired brings it down to a +2. That would miss. But I do have rate of fire. With a 3 rate of fire. Oh wait, that is a mortar. I had these backwards. This should be a mortar. So that... that would hit on the 8 table. Up 4 would be a miss. And then his next shot is a hit. Next shot. But that's going to be a hit. And a miss. Keep going. That's the last shot. And no effect. Alrighty then. This 10-2. is going to be firing at that thing. So it's going to be on the 20 table. Down 1. 4 on the 20 has got to be a KIA. K4, that'll work. Leader squad. And 4 check. Leader squad. All right, you are going to fire at this guy here. So it's going to be a 5 up 1. 6 on the 5 is a 6 on the 4 is an NMC. So the crew passes. Sniper. No sniper. And a 9-1 here. I forgot to do my OBA. Let's do that now. What I want to do is I want to bring it over there. So we're going to call in a AR over here. I need to do a battery module acquisition. Alright, we're black, which is good. Are we accurate? We need a 1. We are not. Where does it land? It is 4 for 3. 1, 2, 3. Spotting around there, which means we can get rid of this for now. Alright, so we're going to neutralize this with an artillery barrage, and hopefully that will put pay to that pack front. Oh my god. You know what I just realized? this crew broke, which meant that this vehicle never died. This Okay, unreal. So I'm not going to bother firing it because it moved. I shouldn't have done that. This gun doesn't exist anymore because the crew died. Sorry, the crew broke. So I never should have done that. Derpa. Anyways, let's fire this guy here onto this here. And we're going to have 12, 16 firepower, up 3 into there. 7 on the 16 is a 2 check. 2 check for the Fanatic. And the 458. So the 458's broken, the Fanatic half squad is not. Rate of fire on both captured weapons. So let's do a 12 up 3. Rate of fire again, 10 on the 12 is a pinning. So the Fanatic guy is fine. And we'll go once more. That's going to hurt. That's going to be a 6 on the 12, which is a 2. Fanatic guy is fine again, and the broken guy is fine. Sniper. No German sniper. Alright, let's go one more. Yeah, we'll go one more. Alright, so that's going to be last shot. It's going to be 11 on the 12, which is a miss. So that's done. And then we'll fire you guys at the guys in the trench, which is going to be an 8 up 2. No effect. And you are going to fire 4 up 2. No effect. Alright, I'm not going to bother with that. That's too far away. Here, unfortunately, you guys kind of got nuked by that artillery barrage, so you can't really see this guy. So I'm not going to bother with that. So that's the defensive fire phase, so we can get rid of the defensive fire markers, and now we can do the advancing fire. What do I have to shoot? This guy here, 4 up 3. No. 4 up 1. Nope. No. 4 up 1. 5 on the 2 is an NMC, so the leader, and the 447 are fine. Sniper, no. Nothing there, nothing there. Alright, so route phase. Prep fire's off. And what is broken on the Russian side? Now, we got a 10-2, and we have you. So you're going to come back here. No, you're not, because that would be overstacked. We have 2.5 squad equivalents. That would be overstacked. So you're going to stay where you are. Yeah, you guys are TI because of the sniper check, so you're kind of screwed. That's fine. Alright, what else can move? You guys are in a shell hole. Okay, you guys have to move. So let's go to this location. We're going to low crawl 1 hex because of no quarter. You guys are going to low crawl a hex because of no quarter. You cannot actually go that way, so you're going to have to come to this location. So that would be... You're panicked, you cannot interdict. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. I guess you're running to a trench. So this would be 3, 4, 6. Or I should say, yeah. You're fine. You guys, we're going to head to there, but you can't. So you're going to actually head to this location. No, because you got guys there. You're going to head to this location here. This one. And you will not be DM'd. So you actually could have a chance of coming back now that you have a leader there with you. Next up we have this gun crew here. You're heading to, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6 into the trench. You're fine. Let's come back here. 3, where would you go? Not that way. I guess you would not be heading that way. You'd probably be heading this way. You were here, right? So let's go, this will be 3. Interdiction right down there, so I think you're gonna stop there. You guys here are kind of screwed now. So you, and you are all gonna run. Where? That would be 3, 3.5. What do we have here? We have a squad and a half. This is 2 squads, so you would have to go here. That would be 6. Alright. And that'll be, oh, this guy here. I guess you're coming back. Back to there. Alright, and then we do the Germans. So this guy has to come back. 3, 5. Let's go 1, 3, 5 to there. You guys gotta flee. So that would be 2, 4, 6. And you guys are going to run back to L70. So this guy's going to break. We're going to go 3, 4.5, 6. All right. That's it for the routes. Let's go Russian advance. So, you guys are fine where you are. Let's split it up. No, you're fine where you are. Everything there is fine. You're going to stay where you are. Let's put the fanatic guy... I was thinking of putting him under the rubble there, but no, that's fine. You guys are going to take up possession. No, why get shot, right? You're going to stay where you are too. Fire control is going to stay in his fire control trench. You're there. These guys are advanced attitude. I got to mark them as such. No, they're hold. These guys are advanced attitude. Let's get out of the streets and we'll go into here. Oh, I need a Patsy, I guess. Patsy is passed. So you're going to come into here. That'll be a CC. You'll get street fighting ambush potential. Green's got advanced as well. I forgot them. So you're gonna come here. This guy's can't move anywhere because it can be overstacked again, like we said. You guys will just come here. You'll come to there. Let's split up here. We'll go there. You guys will advance to there. 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 You'll come into the debris. Again, normally I would randomize which location they move into, but I think that's okay. Wall of Avenge is fine. What else can we move? You're gonna come here because this you should have been in this victory hex, but you'll stay there for now. You're gonna take possession of that. I'm gonna do that now before I forget. So you slide under there, and you are gonna come here. This guy should have activated because you're 2 away with a +2. No, actually that's a +3. No. If you take Wall Advantage, you'd be at a +2. Which means they should have activated. Yeah. Alright, so activate this guy. Oh, wrong one. Yep. Gray comes in as a 6. 6 gets us a half squad 3. which is a Guards Airborne 248. For that we go to Hassels, we go Ponyri 248 Airborne. Now, you guys would... This is a weird, funky line of sight. I think you guys would see this. 3 hexes away with a +2 is too far away to actually activate. You need to be at a +1. Yeah, so you guys are too far to activate. That's fine. Here, you're fine. This guy would activate. That's a 6. Let's split up. This guy is going to join the melee. We're going to come into this location so we don't give away too much ground too easily. And you are going to do what? Jump into combat. Oh wait, this guy forgot to run. So you're going to come back to here. This is gone. Now you're going to jump onto the hero. And you are going to jump onto this guy because you're stealthy, and you are going to jump onto that guy. 1-to-1 odds, not the greatest. And you're going to jump on here and help that guy. You're fortified. You can't take this guy anyways, even if you wanted to. Alright, and the rest of it is going to be close combat. So I think we're good. Close combat. And then we can wrap up this turn. So where's our first CC? Right here. Alright, so we have ambush potential. We have a motion vehicle. +2 versus vehicle. It is crew exposed. So for the Russian, we're at a 1. Vehicle is going to be at a 6. So they do get street fighting ambush, which is -1. Alright, so we have a base 5. We have verse motion is a +2. Open topped is a -2. That cancels. And CE is a -1. Ambush is a -2 total. So basically 7 or less, it's killed. Alright, so this is dead anyways. And no crew survival. Get rid of that. And then next up we have this melee ongoing here. So we're going to have 2-to-1 odds for the Russian, so that's a 7. Really? And then 1-to-1 we're going to go against the 447 for the German. That is a miss. So that melee continues. This one here we have 2-to-1 and 1-to-2. So 7 for the Russian. And a 1-to-2 of 4. Okay, that one keeps going. No ambush here. We have 4 to 1. That should be enough to kill. Yeah, we need a 9, so the hero is dead. The hero's at a -1. And no joy. Alright, ambush here. So the Russians stealthy -1 and they're pinned, so they get a total of -1 for the Russians. So they are at a 4. Germans a +1. They are at a 7. So ambush for the Russians. Let's use hand to hand, which means I need a 7 with a -1. All right, the pinned German is 2 to 1 to 2. 6 with a +2, I guess. No joy. We are hand to hand. And then here we are 1 to 1. And no joy. Wow, inconclusive hand to hands all around. And that's going to be it for the Russian turn 3. Alright, so very inconclusive round. The pack front in the center continues to dominate that open area. Again, for our 3v3 game that we're going to be playing soon, this area here is just murderous for any kind of fire base that sets up down here. You control this whole area right here. It's just a death trap. You have a 50 cal in a pillbox down here somewhere, or here, even down here in the buildings. You just put a 50 cal fire lanes. You just control this whole area, so anything moving left or right is just gonna get shot to shit. The Germans, you set up over here and shooting south, everything is gonna get shot to shit. So this is basically a no-go area for infantry. Very interesting. But anyways, let's get into the German turn 4. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. We're going to start the German turn 4 tomorrow, so you'll see that coming up. Let's look at the casualty bins to see what we're looking at here. So right now, 91 CVP Russian dead and 43 for the Germans. And our Puma, we tried to bring it back, no success. It got destroyed, and it despite our best efforts. So yeah, there we go. All right, so that is the turn 3 done. The German and the Russian turn 3 is all completed, and we're going to be hitting up the German turn 4, like I said, tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you guys next video. Bye-bye.